Hello, motherfuckers, and welcome to the final episode of the SethAtari podcast for 2024. Today's episode is a very, very special one because today we're going to be announcing the results for the SethAtari Game Awards 2024. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Alyssa Flavor.
Hello, thank you so much for joining the podcast. I'm very excited for all of these amazing topics we're going to talk about this year, because there's something special in each month, and we're going over all of it.
More or less, yes, that is true. But first, I would like to give a speech to all of you. What?
Aww.
What was that? What were you saying?
I said you were shaking the table.
Okay, a speech to all of you.
Try to be quiet.
I have a very, very, very special message for the SethAtari Nation, listeners, guests, experts, and followers. We here at SethAtari Incorporated want to thank you for your support this year. You are the heart and soul of SethAtari Incorporated. And a special thanks to Sassy Red, Elijah Birchwood, Blue Lemon, and Deluxe Snacks for your expert input on the games that we talked about this year. Thank you to the loyal listeners who will hopefully join us on the pod next year. Some of you. Thank you to the new listeners this year and the new SethAtari YouTube subscribers as well.
Woo!
So yeah, thanks,
How
motherfuckers.
Exciting. Lots of things this year.
So let's kick it off. Let's start our event off by going over some major releases this year, starting with January, where we had new competition for Pokemon with the release of Pal World beta version, or
earlier this year was
early release.
The very first release of it?
Yep, in January. We kicked off the year with Pal World.
Nice.
We also had Tekken 8, the 8th entry of the Tekken series, and The Last of Us Part 2 remastered for the PS5, which I didn't know that came out already until I did research.
A lot of game stuff in January. That's cool.
Yep.
You know what else happened in January?
What?
Gypsy Rose got released from prison.
Oh my god.
They're thinking about taking her back, though.
They are?
Yeah, because some new evidence they found from, like, a recorded call from their friend or whatever.
Oh, she may have...
Like, admitting that she did a lot more than what she claimed to have.
Oh, so maybe she had a part in killing it and she wasn't just hiding in the other room or whatever.
Exactly. That poor dude she was with. Crazy.
Well, I don't know if it was earlier this year. Was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year when she got released and we saw her working at Build-A-Bear and she built my Sonic.
That's right. We went to Build-A-Bear and, bro, she checked us out. Like, she was working there straight up.
And you built a Mudkip and you wanted to name it Swamp Ass in honor of the legendary Swamp Ass of the olden days.
Yes,
and
I remember him.
And she wouldn't let us.
That bitch.
Like, she didn't kill her mom.
I think she should go back to prison just for that. Oh, you could kill your mom, but you can't say bad words. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she should go to prison just for denying us the name.
Yeah, but we got Mike Oxlong, so that's okay.
Yeah, that went past her. Amazing.
But yeah, Pal World. New competition for Pokemon. Last of Us Part 2 remastered, which it's been said over and over again, but it didn't need remastered so soon.
Because it was perfect as is.
It was good. It just...
Frog.
Make a new game. Which they are. They actually are doing. Naughty Dog is making new games.
Oh, cool.
So I can't wait for those.
I know. Remakes are kind of getting overwhelming.
Yeah. I mean,
they're just making you pay twice for the same game.
I would say,
it
like...
is convenient, though.
If it was made...
Excuse me.
Before 2013, then it's qualified for remake. After that, it needs more time.
They've been doing the same thing with movies too. They're kind of like just trying to like revive things that were fine as they left it.
I think the right approach for that is what you could call it, like, brand expansion or whatever. But I like when they extend the universe. So, like, say, what's a good movie that doesn't need to be touched? Like
Little Mermaid.
No, we're not getting into that. But yeah, okay, let's say The Little Mermaid.
We can get into that because I remember us talking about it, and you were saying how obviously the color is not the problem, but more like if you want to empower women of color, you should make your own movie about that instead of just like changing the character.
Or what if instead of making a new Little Mermaid, what if they just made a new character entirely in the same world as the Little Mermaid? And it's about this new character in this new story.
Exactly. I feel like that would be way more empowering than just like being like, oh, look, it's the same exact person.
Yeah, it's an already established character that has already done its thing, and now you're piggybacking off that.
Yeah, that's weird. Just make it its own. It deserves to be its own thing.
Or like how The Mandalorian did for Star Wars. I think that's the right approach, where it's like it's set in the same world with the same creatures and same setting that everybody likes, but it's not now Luke Skywalker is a Mandalorian. It's a whole new character.
Yeah,
in that world.
Exactly. I feel like it's more respectful to just like take the effort to make their own story and their own person, universe, everything. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like it's lazy.
Why did this get brought up?
I was just talking about remakes.
Oh, remakes. Speaking of remakes, but also new games. Ooh. In February, we had the newest multiplayer sensation, Helldivers 2.
Oh, yeah.
Which we talked about on pod.
Yep.
As well as a couple remakes. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which was very anticipated. And the much less anticipated Mario vs. Donkey Kong.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Final Fantasy VII is like the ultimate Final Fantasy game, I would say. It's often considered the best, critically acclaimed Final Fantasy. So when I finally play a Final Fantasy game, it'll be that one, 7.
I haven't played any of the Final... What's the gameplay on the Final Fantasy games?
It's the kind you don't like, turn-based RPG.
Alright, never mind.
But the story is very good. I started playing it on my PS1 Mini, and I really liked the story of it. So maybe I will play the remakes.
I mean, I guess it's not that I don't like any, I guess, because Mother 3 and like Earthbound and stuff, that's turn-based, right?
Yeah.
I like those, I guess. I guess the worst one I don't like too is also like the ones where it's like a chessboard. Like you have to kind of like...
Yeah, those are tactical
all the spaces.
RPGs, and I love those.
I guess I'm just looking for something else in a game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. When we played the Rabbids one, it was kind of fun too. I guess maybe if it's a good game, it'll be good no matter what.
Play one. Because watching me play one is not a testament to what it is. Because I'm thinking in my head, using my brain, strategizing how to do things. And that looks like nothing to the viewer on the TV.
I know. I guess the biggest part of a game, which is why I feel like I kind of already ran through it when I've like watched you play it, is because a big part of it is the story. And if I know what's going to happen, then it's kind of like spoiled. That's why I hate spoilers. It's just, I don't know why, but it just ruins it so bad for me. Like,
there should be
want
a new rule,
the surprise.
Then. You can't watch me play games.
I know. No, I mean, I'm ready to play Wind Waker again.
I think it's wrong because, first of all, even when I play a game, I forget what happened or watch a movie.
Yeah.
Like 2 years down the line, you have to play it again to just know.
Maybe it's the more of the collecting ones, because Odyssey is more like you just have to like collect a lot of things. I mean, it's really fun, but like I have played through it already, not all the way. On top of like watching you, or we were taking turns playing like each different level and stuff.
Yeah, when it first came out.
But I don't know. It just feels like more overwhelming when there's like a lot of things to collect, and that's like the main part of it, rather than like
maybe
the story.
But also, you watched me play Animal Well, and then you played it, and you liked it.
Yeah, I liked the way it looked. There's no lore though. That's the thing. There's nothing completely to spoil. Because
but sometimes the surprises are the spoiler, like the jump scares or the
the creatures that you meet and stuff, and
items.
Like where you find find stuff. You're right. I need to be a little more open-minded about games like that.
That's right. And Mario vs. Donkey Kong was a Game Boy Advance game that also got remade this year, which is cool because it was completely redone in like HD graphics and stuff. And that game was, it was the first. It was before the minis took over, the mini Marios, the little robots. And then it became like a DS puzzle game where you like draw lines to like make them follow a path, which is fun. But this is before that, where it was like, it was the next step to a new Donkey Kong game, like the arcade Donkey Kong, but with like modern Mario jumping mechanics and stuff. So that was cool.
That was cool.
That one deserved to be remastered, I suppose.
There are some games that deserve to be remastered. Like, how easy is it is to play the Sunshine 64 on the Switch, you know?
Yeah. That
That's cool. And they
accessibility
fixed
is very
things.
important.
And they fixed a lot of things that were annoying. Oh my gosh, the camera. The cameras suck on those types of games, those older games.
Yeah. But
like Ape Escape 2. Oh, sorry.
Mario was a pioneer in camera 3D environments and camera control. So each 3D Mario game got better and better at the camera. And they were the ones setting the example for all the other 3D games. So,
wow.
Yeah, they had a big burden with trying to figure out that camera.
The other games can run, so the updated version can run.
And then what's funny is that even though they were the ones doing it first and that were like going in blind, kind of, the follow-ups, the ones that just had to copy what they did, still didn't like match it. Except for like, you know, Banjo and Astrobot. And we'll get to that though.
I know, that's why I said oop, because I know you played that game this year, but for some reason I was like, oh, like that's a game we're supposed to be talking about this year, but it's ancient. Ape Escape.
I do want to have an episode on Astrobot, and I do have guests in mind, and hopefully it'll happen sometime early next year.
Yes, it will.
March,
Planet.
We got a brand new Nintendo game, original, Princess Peach Showtime. Stinky.
Ooh, is that me?
It was alright.
I win?
We already listened to the episode. We talked about it.
Yeah.
But we also got a new fantasy game, Dragon's Dogma 2, which I barely got past the character creation.
I really want to play that actually now. I really do want to play it. It just gives me like Skyrim vibes.
It does. And I had so many
Fable.
so many games on my plate this year that I had to cut some, and that one I had a feeling would be the longest one, and I cut that one first.
Wait a minute. We forgot Seth. Atari, what games have you been playing?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I'll make it quick for this episode so it's not too long.
Because I've been playing quite a few too.
I've been playing The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass on the DS, and I've been playing Sonic Origins on the Switch.
Sonic Origins?
Specifically, I beat Sonic 1, and now I'm going through Sonic 2. And basically what it is a collection of the old classic Genesis and others Sonic games, but with quality of life features. Like after you beat a level, it saves, and you don't have to start over. Or
nice.
They also got rid of lives too, and instead of 1-ups, you get coins for like collectibles and stuff.
What?
So you could just die over and over and over again, which is cool. Like I prefer that over rewind features.
Yeah.
Rewind features are too like, it feels cheap and like I'm a baby.
It does definitely feels like it's cheating more.
It's like okay, but like if I were to have to die over and over again and go to the checkpoint, I would feel a little bit better about doing it. And those old Genesis and like older games that have like arcade features where they're still in that mindset of when you die you have to put in another quarter, so might as well make it hard. Those level design philosophies have stayed for a long time, and nobody wants to do that anymore. I don't want to master the meta of the game just to beat it when I want to move on and play other games too.
You just want to experience the game through. You're not trying to be some pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Not
that.
in every game anyway. Some games, okay, that's fine. If I want to sit down and be like, okay, I want to do this.
I guess there's something for everyone.
But the cheesiness, like bullshit of level designs back in the day, I don't want to deal with that anymore. Who does?
What do you mean the
That's
cheesiness
stinky.
of level designs?
Like how in the original Castlevania, like they had enemies that would spam the screen and you would kill them and they would come back anyway. Like if you moved off screen a little bit and came back on, boom, there's another enemy. It's like, come on, I beat that thing.
Yeah.
That's just like...
But I guess that was the beginning of games.
Yeah, and like in the original arcade games, you want that. You want the levels to get harder and get more BS as it goes on, so that they don't get bored of it.
Yeah, everything is good as it is, you know. But now that we're like moving on, we want to see something different, you know, something a little more.
Yeah. And but then you play these like classic games and you're like, these games are so good. I just wish, like, you're playing the original Mario and you beat World 1, right? And you're like, wow, that was so fun. And then you go to World 2 and you can't wait to beat World 2 and you game over or whatever. You don't want to go through World 1 again just to get to World 2. Or say you get all the way to World 7 and you don't want to... You're like, oh, now I have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 again. I don't want to do that.
No, yeah, exactly. It's so discouraging. It's like, yeah, I'd rather... Yeah, I'm not.
But then I also don't want it to be like, oh, just rewind to before you died, because that's also unsatisfying.
It's so unsatisfying. At least you could die with honor. So like, start over the level. The level is fine.
The level, or even the world.
A lot more reasonable than the world.
If there's 4 levels for the world...
Well, I guess.
You know, just...
If it's just...
If you say...
I don't know, even that would suck.
Say you game over, because that would encourage... That would encourage you finding 1-ups, because those are also like a thing in the game. So that way you don't have to repeat the world again. But it's just 4 levels, so like if you do, no big deal. You'll get better at it. That's better than starting the whole game over.
Ugh, yeah. No, I hate that. It's like, you know that meme where that guy is like rolling a big-ass rock up the pyramid?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's exactly how it feels when you'd have to do that. Let that shit roll down. I can't do it. I don't have the patience to do it all over again. I worked hard to get where I was.
I've also been playing Ape Escape, but I stopped playing it. But I was playing it in between last podcast and this podcast.
Yeah. And what else?
That's it. Go ahead. I said I would keep it short, and then I made it long.
I know. Okay. I've been playing Tomb Raider.
Oh, yeah.
Tomb Raider. The one where she's in Bolivia first. I love it. Because I played it when I was super little, so I thought it was like really short, but it wasn't. There's so many fun levels, and it's an amazing game, and it's really, really fun to play on the PS5. And then I've also been playing the new Zelda game, Echoes of Wisdom. That one's pretty cool.
I wanted to do an episode on that, but you took too long.
We still could.
You're not done with the...
I'm almost done. I'm in the last area. I'm like on my way to Ganon.
You are in the last area?
Well, I'm in the snowy area. It's got to be past halfway, right?
Yeah, I think you're past halfway, but you're still...
For sure. I think that's my next, like, big building. You know how you go through, like, the dungeons?
Have you been to the Gorons yet?
No.
So you still have that in the grass. So there's, like, how you did 3...
I think, 2 more left then?
You did, like, 3 kingdoms, right? Before you went to the castle?
Yeah, I did the first grassy one, then the desert one, and then water, the water people, and then the snowy thing. I think I might be in the middle of the snowy thing.
Yeah, so once you do the snow one, there's 2 more, and then the final thing.
Okay. Oh, 2 more and then final, so 3 more things, technically?
3 more. It's probably 3 more, like, major areas.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of mini, like, areas, too, if you wanted to go explore those.
Yeah, so the game, do we talk about the game? Oh, wait, no. Sorry, that's not the Game of the Year thing yet. Okay, anyway, that game, and then I've also been playing Stellar Blade. I just barely started playing it, and I guess for whatever reason we get extra new outfits. It's cute though. It's like a dress with like a slit on the thigh, black and white. But it's weird. It's not weird. It's actually really cool because it's sort of like a post-apocalyptic Earth, but like evolved technology and stuff like that. And all the characters are just baddies, and they're hardcore, so that's awesome. And yeah, they all have these. I like post-apocalyptic scenes, and then like the technology kind of combined together and stuff. They're trying to save
they're
Earth,
like robots or androids or something, right?
Yeah.
Or at least the main character is.
Really cool. I love it.
Which they crossed over with another game
Oh, really?
that was also Android related. But I don't know exactly the details of the crossover. I just saw
Yeah.
it. That was another game that I wanted to play this year that I didn't get to. I ended up cutting that one
Stellar
too.
Blade, yeah. I was trying to take over it so we can have it to talk about it a little bit, but I really just barely started.
Too many games. Next
I
year,
know.
I'm not doing so many games.
What else? I feel like I've been playing... Oh, got back into Fortnite a little bit.
Stinky.
And, oh yeah, you were playing
And
the new
Minecraft.
Call of Duty. Oh yeah, and Minecraft.
I know, but we've been dragging this on for too
yeah.
long. Let's
Yeah.
get back to March.
That's enough.
Princess Peach Showtime, Dragon's Dogma 2, and South Park Snow Day, which was a disappointment after I think ultimately a disappointment because the other two South Park games that came out were like acclaimed. Like they were actually really good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I haven't played any of them,
Yeah,
but I have
not
watched
either.
South Park.
Love it.
April was a bit light with the release of Stellar Blade, and we don't have to talk about that because you just did. May made up for April's drought with the Metroidvania Animal Well, which we have a whole podcast episode on, so go watch that. The
Love
sequel
it.
to Hellblade, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we also did a
love-
podcast episode on, so go listen to that.
Please listen. I love it so much.
Another remake or remaster,
Oh,
Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
awesome that got remastered because
it's it's your favorite one, huh?
I'd never played it.
Oh,
But I plan
which one
to.
was your favorite?
Super Paper
I know
Mario.
you so well.
But I played the 64 Paper Mario, which is the same gameplay as the Thousand Year Door, and I loved it. So I'm sure I'll love this one.
All right,
But it's
all right.
it was a GameCube game that Nintendo was gatekeeping, but now
Ooh.
they're not. So I love that.
Yeah.
And the scalpers can go suck a dick because now I can get it for $60 and not $100 million.
Nice.
What else? Oh, and Supercell released Squad Busters for mobile devices, which we did a
Squad
podcast episode
Busters.
on, so go listen to that.
Go listen to that.
June, we had anticipated DLC for Elden Ring. It's called
Oh, yeah. I want to play that.
Shadows of Erdtree. Yeah, and they almost won Game of the Year for the official Game of the Year.
Whoa.
But didn't because people were crying that DLC was like qualified for Game of the Year. But I guess if it's big enough, fuck it. Or maybe it should be its own category. I don't know.
I feel like expansions and stuff like that should be its own thing.
Its own category. I kinda
Absolutely.
agree.
Absolutely. It's the same thing. You just like added more to it.
Last year we counted
Fortnite
Pokemon's
update.
DLC and Fortnite's newest update.
Okay. But you know what? I think it definitely should still be its own category. But they did they turned into Roblox. It was just like Fortnite and like maybe a couple modes. But then all of a sudden they have like freaking obbies and prop hunts and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Mostly Fortnite Festival, Lego Fortnite being like
yeah.
its own games
Yes.
made me want to count it. But
It should still be its own category.
yeah, I think so.
It was just big that year.
But
so
it just goes to
it
show
was
that sometimes
mentionable.
updates for games or DLC for games are so big that you're just like, we should count it. But I guess that's a battle that we'll have to face someday.
Yeah.
Big old DLCs.
I'm open and talking about it.
We also got a remaster for
Wait.
the 3DS game, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD.
Oh, in June? We're still in June, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think more 3DS games need to be ported to the Switch and Switch 2 or whatever comes out next year. Because those games are so good, and now they're being gatekept again because there's no 3DS eShop. But also, get it off the 3DS, put it on the Switch.
I feel like they could always make it easier for
Charge
us to
$60
get
for it.
But
Some of them are worth it.
yeah,
Kid
they just want to
Icarus,
get money.
Kid Icarus Uprising and Fire Emblem Awakening were two of the greatest games I've ever played. for 3DS.
I have not played those. I haven't had the pleasure. But it's on my list. It's on my list.
I know. I have a backlog too.
Oh, man.
July was also light in video games.
Real quick. June, okay, was when Trump's ear got shot off. That's it. You can go on now.
Okay.
Sorry,
July,
guys.
we had Nintendo World Championship NES Edition, which is kind of like the follow-up to Nintendo's old NES compilations where they like remix the games and stuff. But this one's like the Championship Edition. So I think what they wanted was for people to like set world records in like the old NES games like
Right.
Mario, Zelda, Ice Climber, Metroid, Donkey Kong. And I don't think it took off. I don't know. I didn't hear much about it.
Yeah. Me
Cool idea, but
neither.
I don't know. Seems a little. What?
I was just trying to distract you and it worked.
Okay. August was Five Nights at Freddy's 10-year anniversary. And they released with it Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, which we did a whole podcast episode on, so go listen to that.
Go listen.
We also got the Wukong game with the monkey. I think it's a monkey or something. Some game.
Wukong?
Yeah. It was apparently a really good game. I don't know anything about it. I didn't do my proper research.
I have never. Wait.
We also got
When?
the massive failure. I don't know much about it.
I did not know that game even existed until right now.
The PlayStation also was trying to release a multiplayer-centric game called Concord. And then, for some reason, I guess it was so bad that they pulled it.
Oh, wow.
And now it's, like, not available.
Oh,
Crazy, huh?
dang.
And it's like,
Dang.
as soon as I heard about it, it was already gone.
Really?
And I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not going to play that game this
Dang.
year. I don't know.
Sucks.
Must have been bad.
I guess so. They're like, we can't leave him out there to get bullied like this.
So now we're getting towards the end of the year, and they had a lot of good shit. September.
Oh, yeah.
September, we had
The list I have for September.
the official Game of the Year winner, Astrobot,
Astrobot.
as well as 2 adventure games, The Plucky Squire, which I started but didn't finish,
It was meh.
and The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which we've talked about a little bit already. And we also got the mobile Elder Scrolls game, which is, they make Skyrim and all that
Oh, yeah, huh?
Castles.
That's so weird.
this month.
Elder Scrolls seems like it's so big for a console. I don't know how they put it on a phone.
It's just like I started playing it a little bit. It's like a
It can't be like an
story.
open world
It's
sort
like a
of
little
thing,
story.
huh? Okay, that makes so much more sense.
It's not like that.
Yeah,
But
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
it's in the same universe, like we were talking about
Right.
earlier.
Okay, cool.
October, we got the best new Mario Party in a while. A long while.
It is amazing. By the way, September is when Diddy got sent to jail.
Oh, okay.
By the way, I keep forgetting to.
Sorry,
throw it in.
Diddy Kong.
Yeah,
Super Mario Party Jamboree.
that
Best
one
Mario
is
Party in a while.
actually
really fun. Good mini games.
That one is actually very fun. I just feel like they spend too much time on like the board game part of the other ones. It just seemed like it was a little boring for some reason. But this one has like a lot more energy, and the maps are pretty fun. I guess maybe just because they're new right now. But they added a couple characters too,
Yeah. Pauline,
and Ninja.
Ninja.
Yeah. I didn't play the game where Ninja was first from, but I hear he's a classic, so that's pretty cool that they did
Yeah,
that.
he's kind of a classic. He's been kind of pushed by Nintendo or Mario or whatever lately. I don't know why. I mean, it's good design and everything.
Maybe they're gonna make him his own game.
I hope not.
And Pauline, she's like the OG.
Yeah, she is.
That's cool. I like that.
We also got the best new Call of Duty in a while, Black Ops 6, which, like you were saying earlier, I was playing a little bit of. Played
is
through the
it?
campaign. Campaign is like Normally, I think of Call of Duty and I'm like, oh, that's a multiplayer-centric game. The campaign's gonna be made, and I guess that is true for a long time. But this one was so, like, experimental with, like, the different gameplay styles they had in it that I think it made it really fun for me. There was, like... It starts off with, like, your basic... Like, what you think a campaign for Call of Duty would be, where it's, like, get from Objective A to Objective B, shoot some guys in between, do some task, and then go to B to C. And I'm like, okay, yeah, solid, whatever. Then, like, I think it's like mission 4. It's like, now you're in an open world environment, and it's, you could do this first, or this first, or this first, we don't care. Just go.
That's cool.
Go do it. And there's, like, also, there's 3, like, main objectives, but there's also, like a bunch of other objectives you could do, too. And I was like, whoa.
I like that. I like the options.
I'm going to do everything because, like, this is fun. Even though it was in a desert. It was, like, still, like, wow.
Wow. Really?
Felt like a real game. Huh. And then they were like, in this mission, it's actually a stealth mission. The next mission after that. So you just can't get caught at all.
I love that they just tell you instead of, like, kind of throwing you out there.
Well, I mean, they straight up tell you at the beginning, like, don't get caught. Right. And then you're, like, going through, like, a casino and, like, trying to sneak around and do stuff, and there's, like, this zone you can't get caught. And then there's another mission where it keeps switching between the characters. It's like, okay, this one, you could have combat. But this one, this guy's a pacifist, and he doesn't like combat, so you have to just not get caught. And you have to, like, sneak around guards, and, like, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah. A lot of it felt like Metal Gear Solid, honestly, and I think that's why I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's really cool.
Good game, that. Black Ops 6. And then also I played Zombies, which is... It also felt like classic Zombies to me, like Black Ops 1 and 2 era, where it was like an arcadey kind of thing. Round 1, do this. Round 2, there's a new element, do this.
I actually really I did not know Call of Duty had such a story and stuff. And when I was seeing you play, like, the story part, I was like, this is good. This looks like really interesting to play. And, like, what's going on? Like, something crazy's happening, too. Like,
yeah,
it's
it was
cool.
Solid
and I like
game.
I like
and
sneaking.
there was another level too that was just zombies in the campaign, and I was like, "Whoa, okay."
Zombies
cool.
in the campaign?
Yeah, they like they explain it to where it's not actually zombies and stuff, but it's like, but the gameplay was just like zombies and all that, like, kind of more or less, with like boss battles too. It was a really good campaign, solid.
That sounds fun.
I didn't play any multiplayer. But I did play Zombies a little bit. It's everything you would want out of Zombies. Good game, Black Ops 6.
I don't really think I played any of the Call of Duties too much. I think I should. It sounds fun.
Okay, we're back from a little break.
No. Oh my god, I swear to God if you did not cut that.
I cut it.
Okay.
We also saw the release of another PS5 game. Silent Hill 2 Remastered. Huh?
Silent.
Oh. Also, SpongeBob SquarePants Patrick Star game. Sonic X Shadow Generations, which is also a remake. And on the mobile side of things, we saw Pokemon's newest adventure, Pokemon Trading Card Game.
Ooh.
Pocket.
Wait.
Which I've been playing. Teehee.
Is it fun?
Yeah.
What happened in June again? I forgot to mention a couple things that happened in June.
You already
did June
did.
have anything? I didn't do June.
You said Trump's ear got shot off.
That was July.
Okay, what happened in June?
Okay, I know. It's June. Justin Timberlake got that DUI.
Mm-hmm.
And
having a good time driving.
Yeah.
Wanting to make driving more fun.
Killing his buzz. And then Hawk to a Girl happened in June too.
Hawk to a, very
I just
classic.
thought you guys should know the timeline.
They should make a Hawk to a game.
What would they be aiming at? I imagine it's
things.
Things. Thing. God. Take my money.
Anyway, in November we got the PlayStation 5 Pro, which is a more powerful PlayStation that's really expensive. PlayStation 5.
I know. It's like getting an OLED or something.
Which
the
worse.
Switch.
I mean, like, money-wise, but, like, I guess it would run really good. We also got the next Mario and Luigi game after its long absence, Brothership, which I started.
How was that?
Kind of mid. Sorry.
Dang.
I really want Mario and Luigi to stay alive, the series, Mario and Luigi series. But,
what else could they do to make
not
it more
great.
interesting? I mean, probably a lot, honestly, but they're not doing
they
that.
separated too much from
The main story.
what it used to be.
Really?
This is gonna sound weird, but if you play the Mario and Luigi games, this is a big deal for me anyway. Mm-hmm. When you are in combat mode in the originals for like the Game Boy and the DS, A button is Mario and B button is Luigi, and they changed that. Where now you use the A button for Luigi, and it just feels weird, and it threw me off, and I didn't like it.
That's weird. Why,
But
why
also-
would they change it if it's fine how it is?
Also, the RPG games have always been sort of like an experimental side of Mario, where people could try things new, put Mario in different environments because it's not part of the main like brand. And this one feels like, and I've seen from articles too that I've read, Nintendo wasn't letting them experiment at all with it, and they're like, it has to be like main Mario. And who wants to play main Mario if it's not main Mario?
Ooh.
Experiment, do something different and interesting.
But yeah, like,
this
we
is your
love
chance
Mario.
to. It's a spin-off. It's a chance to do something different.
It's almost like My Neighbor Totoro, that movie. You know how, like, he's, like, the biggest mascot for Ghibli? But when you get to watching the movie, he's, like, a really small part of the movie.
Oh yeah.
But, like, you know their significance and, like, that character's respected and stuff like that. But, like, I don't know. They're kind of just, like, oversaturating their own character.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's their character, but, like, it gets boring. You're, like, running it dry.
Yeah. It gets boring when it's just the same thing.
Yeah, like,
they wanted
it's
to
Mario
explore
again.
a different Mario, an edgier Mario in this game. And Nintendo said, no, bring it in. You can't do that. And
I mean, it's
That's-
good to try new things, though. Like, come on now.
that would have been interesting. It would have been
Yeah,
different. And it probably would have made the
absolutely.
game better.
It would give the character a little more depth, too.
And it's not like they haven't done edgier Mario before. Like, there's the Mario Strikers games, which they also watered down on the Switch. And Smash Brawl, where they made everybody edgy.
Yeah.
Like, and those games are good,
Yeah.
and it's different.
Yeah.
So-
I think it would be a nice step away from the typical, I'm Mario.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I need to save someone.
Also, the new voice actor is not. He's still learning the voices. So playing like this
Yeah.
weird these transitioning games from the original voice to the new voice, it just that on top of like the gameplay is kind of. I don't know. It just throws me off. That's like Super Mario Wonder that came out last year. I think the voice was a big part of it for me. Why I was like, I don't want to play this.
Really?
It just sounds weird.
Really? I mean, yeah, when you're used to one voice your entire life, it is kind of weird.
Yeah. But then Mario Party, I think he was doing way better with the voices.
Yeah.
I could barely tell, you know.
Oh my
But still,
gosh,
like-
you're right, though. You're right. I totally forgot when we were playing that. Yeah.
It's just when Luigi's Mansion 4 comes out and it's not classic
Yeah.
Charles Martinet, I'm gonna be upset.
Because for those of you that don't
Unless he
know,
masters it.
of course, it's the same person that voices Mario and Luigi.
Yeah. He
Which
voices
I honestly
many of the
didn't
characters.
know that until kind of
Wario
recently.
and Waluigi too. Like I think the new WarioWare game that came out last year,
Oh, yeah.
I think it people didn't like his voice as Wario in that one. But he did a
Really?
good Wario and Waluigi in Mario Party. So maybe he's just learning. Maybe it'll get better.
Yeah, I think it's something that you probably have to work into.
We also got Tetris Forever, which is Tetris's anniversary. I think 40th.
Dang!
new modes and stuff. And I played a little bit of it. It'll like switch up on you where it's like you're playing the arcade one, and then now you're playing the NES one, now you're playing the Game Boy one, now you're playing this one, and like switches to the gameplay styles.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mid Tetris round, it'll switch gameplay styles. It's cool.
That's really cool. I like that. I like when they kind of recall back and like almost like an honorable mention to the like their past stuff and like where they came from. I love that. That's really cool.
We also got Lego Horizons Adventure, which okay, all right. And December is the month that we are now in, and the only thing notable I could think of that happened was Marvel Rivals, which I see a lot of. It's kind of like Overwatch, where it's like you're like a team of like 4 or 5 people. Yeah, but I guess it's way better than Overwatch according to critics.
Really?
Yeah, you play as like I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 people, and one's on one team and one's on the other team, and you battle out. And the different characters have different like strengths and weaknesses and gameplay styles. And there's a shark, and I see a lot of the shark. Oh, and the squirrel girl. I see a lot of that too. So yeah, Marvel Rivals.
Creepy. Why is schoolgirl such a like a common theme?
Animal
creepy,
girls,
don't
you mean?
think? Schoolgirls and animal girls.
I didn't say schoolgirl. I said squirrel girl.
Oh, okay. I was about to go off on this tangent about why they use schoolgirls so much and everything.
But yeah,
it's
that
so
is weird.
Creepy. So creepy. Okay.
Those were
Squirrel
all
girl, that
of
sounds
the
cool.
major video game releases for 2024.
Woo!
According to me. If I missed a game that you think is major, I'm sorry. Do you have anything to add to the list, Alyssa Flavored?
Yeah, I did forget to mention that in November, because this is video game related this time,
Okay.
Ice Spice and Snoop Dogg were in the shop. They were also in the shop with Eminem, but he's been in that, I think, before.
Yeah.
He's been a skin.
Yeah.
So,
And Juice WRLD?
Snoop and Ice
Did
Spice.
they say Juice WRLD?
Was that in November too?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
the main event.
That's right.
And I was
that's
there,
right.
and also it's on my YouTube channel if
It
you
was
missed
beautiful. Yeah,
it. SethAtari, YouTube.
very beautiful.
I got copyright claimed.
Really? And it was also leap year this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is all.
Awesome. Let's move on to a couple more things that happened this year. We had a lot of video game adaptations this year. We had Amazon Prime's Fallout and Knuckles series.
Ooh.
We had season 2 of Arcane on Netflix.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
We had Stinkies like the Borderlands movie. And we've had the recently released Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, which I heard the best yet.
Really?
Yep.
Better and better.
Sonic 1, mid. Sonic 2, pretty good. About as good as the Mario movie was. Sonic 3, even better. I'm excited to see it, which I have not seen it yet.
That is crazy. That is crazy that I beat that.
The Knuckles series was, I actually thought was good. Like, I don't know. If you're expecting story, then don't watch it, I guess. But, like, if you're expecting kind of, like, funny, kind of, like, just put it on the background and just be like,
Yeah.
Knuckles and this guy who wants to... It's funny because, like, Knuckles
Yeah,
is, like,
that
this
one-
warrior. And he's, like,
Yeah.
trying to train and, like, do, like, something there. And he's going, like, overboard in the house, like, being a warrior and stuff. So he wants to help out this other guy become a warrior. And the idea is that he wants to help him be a warrior by helping him win his bowling tournament. Because that's, like, what is valued to him. And it's, like, a side character from the movies.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that.
Kind of don't?
I kind of like it.
Oh, you kind of do?
Yep.
I guess. Okay. I did not think that you were going to talk good about it, actually.
Really?
What do you like about it?
I don't know. It's just kind of funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not the jokes are funny, because we didn't watch all of it, and some jokes were funny and some weren't. But like, the concept is funny.
I could see that. Yeah.
Like,
It's hard. Yeah. Sometimes You could look at something good or you could look at something bad. So I guess I could see both sides.
It's also kind of like nice as like, oh, he's trying to fit in the world, so it would make sense for him to do something like worldly, like
it
bowling.
is kind of crazy to see a character that you've like grown up with playing in a video game do human stuff with another human. like that is kind of goofy.
I mean, they already did it. So, like, you say what you want about mixing the humans with the Sonic characters. It's already been done. So, might as well just roll with it now. And I feel like they're, like, figuring out how to blend it pretty good.
I mean, it must be good if Jim Carrey came out of retirement for it. He did say if it was a script that was written in gold ink, then he would make a movie again. Guess what movie he made next?
Yep. Sonic. You know, he said that as a joke. Like, if the angels were to come down with a script written in gold ink, he said that like jokingly, like then he would go. And when the Sonic creators gave him the like script or whatever, or asked him to do it again, they put it in gold ink.
Are you serious?
Because he said that, and he said that it was funny, and he was like, how could I say no to that?
Are you serious? That is such a move. That is such a move. That is so funny. The fact that they paid attention to that detail makes it so quality.
Because I remember the article.
That makes sense why he accepted it.
I didn't, like, he recently said that they, like, confirmed that they did that. But I remember hearing the, like, interview where he said that it would have to be a script in gold ink. And then later on, they were like, oh, he's coming back for Sonic 3.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, well, I guess that script must be great.
That is so funny. Oh, my gosh.
That was funny of them to do that.
Genius. Genius.
Let's move on to some sad things that happened this year.
Oh.
There was a ton of layoffs in the video game industry.
Really?
Layoffs from Twitch, Discord, Microsoft, Riot Games, Sony Interactive Entertainment, EA, Sega, and Bungie. All laid off a significant amount of their workforce.
Why?
I don't know.
Are they just losing business?
Probably. Trying times? I don't know.
Damn.
But yeah, that sucks.
That does suck. I did not know that.
Hopefully AI doesn't have something to do with it.
If they're not losing money,
I mean,
what
like,
else could it
maybe
be?
They're like, oh, we could do AI for this and this and this, so what do we need these
and
people
they would save so much money, but you're just sucking the life out of something that was
you ever
originally...
I see official posts from Nintendo on Instagram, and it looks AI, and I can't tell. Like, because you know AI always has like that weird, like, it seems like it has like a filter over it with like a weird lighting to it. And you're like, it doesn't look good.
It does not. It looks natural. It looks like the fucking Polar Express characters trying to look human. It's not okay. I'm not talking right.
About for like cartoons though, like Mario and Luigi. Like if they were to do a AI Mario and Luigi, you could just tell something looks off about it.
It's just there's no love in it. They like art was originally supposed to. I almost feel like it's like blasphemy to art because art originated from like within, like what you can't see. You know, people create it and stuff. It's supposed to be like some like deep, like spiritual or personal, you know, thing. And then they're just like pressing a button so something else can do it for them. There's no love in that. There's not a single touch of love in that. It's shitty.
Yep. We also did a whole episode on video games and art back in season 1. Go check that out. AI is not mentioned once in it because that was not relevant.
That's crazy. Yeah. I have a lot to say about AI, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
SethAtari Incorporated doesn't use AI.
Never, ever,
No
ever.
ChatGPT.
I need to.
No AI at all.
I need to force myself to start making more art, though.
Yeah, you need to make more art or I'm going to lay you off and use AI.
I'm sorry. There is something that I am going to be making for the end of the year for the podcast. Even though I have not started, I'm going to do the best that I can to at least put something nice together.
Yeah, or else I'll have to use AI to make it.
Oh, I swear to God.
In July, in July, around the time of the Olympics, Summer Olympics.
Yep.
They discontinued their partnership with Nintendo and Sega with the Mario.
Who did? Oh, sorry.
The
Sorry, you're
Olympics.
still
The
going.
Olympics discontinued their partnership with Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Oh.
And they instead explored NFTs. Which, okay, let's be real business. Let's be real business right now. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is not what it used to be. It was not what it used to be on the Wii. So it does make sense for them to be like, this is not making us money. Because I know it wasn't making them money. It's just sad.
I guess. Yeah.
You ever
Sorry.
see like a business go under and you're like, that's sad. I like that they were there, but I never bought from them and I never got it and I never like went there or cared about it before, but you just want them to be alive still.
Yeah.
But you never want to buy their stuff. That's how I feel about Mario and Sonic games.
I feel that. I haven't played the games actually at all either. So
on the Wii, they were the shit.
Yeah, they probably were. Do we have one?
Yeah, I have multiple.
I need to get into
and
it.
By
It
multiple,
sounds fun.
I think I mean 2.
It sounds fun. I mean, that is technically
I have the first one on... I think the first one and the Winter Olympics one for Wii were both good. We had the London one on 3DS for some reason. And that one had a story to it, which was cool.
Oh, nice.
They have one on Switch that came out in 2020. That one might be good. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I didn't play it.
What's the difference between the sports and the... Is it the sports that we played?
What?
It was like, there's a new sports one, right?
Nintendo Switch Sports?
Is that the one we played? Never mind. Okay. Never mind. We can move on.
In August, the voice, Rachel Lillis, voice of Misty, Jessie, and Jigglypuff, they all died.
Rest in peace. Thank you. Thank you
Or
for
she died.
everything. Respect.
On my birthday, too. At age 55.
You.
And I blew out the candle and I made my wish and...
Careful now.
And it wasn't that. That wasn't my wish.
Okay.
And in September, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company decided they wanted to file a lawsuit against Power. A patent infringement lawsuit. And it's speculated, or maybe confirmed by now, that the patent that they were infringing on was the throwing and catching and summoning mechanic of the Pokeball being used in Power World. Which, okay, whatever.
So now what do they do now? Now.
Power World?
Yeah.
They should just change it from a ball to something else. That's what I think. Make it a disc.
Like they did change it, right?
Or something. Yeah, they have it changed right now where you can't throw your PAL into a specific location to summon it. It just like summons right next to you.
Yeah.
Which is likely because of this lawsuit.
How do you catch them?
Still the same thing. You throw the ball at them. That hasn't changed.
Oh.
Yet. I'm sure they're working on like new mechanics to like avoid any lawsuits or anything.
Yeah. That does kind of suck. I don't know, like, are they just, like, afraid of them being better than Pokemon? Because Pokemon's always going to be Pokemon, so, like, so what if well, I guess if I created something and someone else is making money off of it, I guess I would want some of the money.
But at the same time, I mean, maybe Pokemon was the first to do it. Throw a ball to catch a thing and throw a ball to summon a thing. Mm-hmm. But, like, that's so vague that I think that should be acceptable in any, like, genre. Yeah. Like, it should, like, yeah, they started the genre. That doesn't mean they can own it, you know? It's like if you're like, oh, Mario was the first character to jump and hit a block. Does that mean that you can never have another video game where a character jumps and hits a block?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, that's true.
Even though they were the first, that doesn't mean they outright get to own it.
That's probably why they, like, the only thing they could really sue for was the one little thing that they have patented.
Yeah.
What if they, like, just made it up? What if they, like, fake patented it and put all the dates
I'm sure they patented it around the time that Legends Arceus came out, because that's when they had their first open environment that they threw balls throughout the Pokeball in or whatever. Mm. But still, it doesn't seem like they... obviously they own the rights to the Pokeball, but that doesn't mean they get to own the rights to throwing a ball to summon a creature. Like, that is so...
Yeah, it seems a little...
And you know what? If you were making quality games and you thought you were the best at making them, then you wouldn't worry about other games doing it.
Exactly.
But I think that the fact that Pokemon doesn't push out quality anymore, they're worried about other games like Power World coming along and doing what they do, but better. I think they're worried about that.
I think Power World is probably better than their newer games that have been coming out, kind of. I like Legends Arceus.
I would say that Power World and Legends Arceus are, like, comparable.
Yeah.
And I would say that Scarlet and Violet is worse than Power World.
And Sword and Shield. That was boring.
I'm talking about open world ones, though. Like, because that's their new format, I guess. But then there's a new Legends game coming out early next year. Or next year. Hopefully early. We'll see how that one competes with Power World. Yeah, Nintendo's release schedule this year was very small. Not too many original games and a few remakes. Likely because it's a transitioning year for them.
Is it?
Yeah, the Switch 2 will be announced and hopefully released next year.
Oh, yeah.
So
they better not do the thing where, like, it can't play. Like,
I think it's backwards compatible.
regular.
I think they said that, but they didn't confirm that it would be physical. It's
they
weird.
should let you re-download, since it's, like, basically the Switch still. They should let you... Because the eShop is the eShop no matter what Nintendo console you have. They should let you, like, re-download at least the digital ones to that one.
And that's what... I think that's what was confirmed you can do. Have your digital games.
Cool.
But what wasn't confirmed was that you could play your physical games on it.
That would suck.
That's interesting.
It's literally
to think
called
about.
the Switch 2. They should at least make it compatible. Come on.
I don't think it is confirmed called the Switch 2 either. That's just what people have been calling it.
Well,
but it will be they said it will be like a follow-up to the Switch. I don't know. And there have been leaks on it, but I've been avoiding it, so I don't know what the details.
or at least you know how in the back then you used to be able to put a tiny little VHS inside a bigger one. Sort of deal.
Like the DS.
They should do that with
and the 3DS
carts if they switch.
The 3DS had like a little... their games had like a little nub on the corner of it to where you can't put it into a DS. But you could put a DS game into a 3DS. Basically, they made the 3DS games a little bigger so that people wouldn't buy it for the DS and try to play it on there because it wouldn't work. You know? So maybe they could do the same with like Switches where like the little cartridge could fit in the Switch 2, but the Switch 2 cartridges wouldn't fit in the Switch.
Right.
That way there's no confusion.
I guess.
They should just do that again. It was a good idea the first time. Do it again.
They should just not change it for a long time. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. So, the dawning of the Switch 2. And also, Nintendo did some crazy stuff this year. They went a little insane. They released their own Spotify called Nintendo Music, which I love that idea.
That is pretty cool. I like that. Do they come out with something different every day?
A week, every week. There's like a new soundtrack. And they have every soundtrack from those games on there. It's interesting.
How far back do they go?
Like all their stuff that they've released since the NES, I guess.
Wow.
So far. And then
that's really awesome.
Sick. For a company that was so set on taking down their music from YouTube, I think this is the right step. So if they're going to take it down, then they should release it themselves. And guess what? They did. So it's good for them.
Do you have to pay for it?
It comes with your Switch Online membership. So technically, yes, you do have to pay for it, but it's included in your online membership.
You get a lot in that membership.
I know.
I'm not really trying to be
Why are people crying so much about it?
Because they're broke. You
Maybe.
ever thought about that?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. You could share it with like 5 other people. You got to be able to afford that.
If you're not like me and care about all the video games that are on there, because like to me, I pay $80 or whatever a year.
A year is not too bad, honestly.
And I'm like, and I get to play all these games that I wanted to play, and all these games that I used to love, and all these games that they keep putting out more. And I'm like, oh, I always wanted to play that game, and like it's cool for me. But for somebody who just wants to play Banjo-Kazooie, because that's what they liked, and they're like, oh, I could play Banjo-Kazooie on my Switch, and they have to pay $80 just to play it every year.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. You kind of have
if
to
you
want
can't get too much out of it, then that's just, unless you want everything.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, I guess. But they also released the Alarmo, which is a useless alarm clock that I use.
I love it, though.
I wish they would update it already. I have Pikmin as my
music.
my sounds, and
Pikmin sounds.
I want something new, but I don't like the other ones that are on there.
Yeah,
I don't want to wake up to Odyssey. Breath of the Wild's all right, but I don't really care for the music in Breath of the Wild.
It's pretty soft.
So and Splatoon 2 I like. Splatoon 3 don't care for. And what else is on there? Ring Fit.
Zelda,
Nobody
really?
want that. Nobody wants Ring Fit. And also Nintendo launched their Nintendo Museum in Japan. Opened its doors this year. A whole museum of all their stuff.
Oh, I know. We gotta go.
So they have that. They have a whole museum and a whole music platform for all their stuff. So this kind of like...
Japan, you said?
Yeah, it's in Japan. This
Japan
whole...
trip.
For real. Someday. This whole legacy preservation of their content and of what they've done before, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
It should be preserved in some way. There should be a museum and a catalog of their music and a catalog of their games.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, that would be amazing because Nintendo was like the beginning of like almost everyone's like video game journey, you know? Like people, they know what Nintendo is. They know who Nintendo is, and it came so far.
Yeah, Nintendo's that guy with the red hat that jumps around.
That what?
Yeah, Nintendo's that guy with the red hat and he jumps around. I know who he is.
Oh, God. Okay. Sorry. Also, sorry that I've been coughing and clearing my throat so much. I have a cough that I'm like trying so hard to not release.
I seen an Instagram reel where it was like everybody did 3 days before 2025, and it was a guy coughing, and he said, "Get well soon, guys," or something like that.
Oh, seriously.
And all the comments were like, "How does he know how my household is right now?" Like, and then it was like everybody. So everybody is sick right now.
It is. It really is everyone. I am sorry for all the noises.
But I'm not. I'm built different. Another thing that Nintendo did that is just like another cool thing that they did. Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is a mobile game.
Oh, yeah?
And it would have, like, things you could buy in it, like microtransactions, you know? Mm-hmm. And it came time for that game to die, right? And Nintendo was like, okay, we're going to remove the services. You can no longer buy stuff, whatever. But then they offered that you could buy the whole game with, like, I don't know how you get the content that they were selling before, but you could still get it if you buy the game for $10. Which is like, okay, cry about paying $10 for a mobile game, I don't care. But the fact that they made it available still, instead of just completely like tough luck, is cool.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Mario World, I played the shit out of Dr. Mario World. I loved it. I love Dr. Mario. I love puzzle games, and it was on my phone. That shit was cool.
Yeah.
And then they didn't want to upkeep it anymore because I guess not enough people played it or bought the stupid microtransactions in it. So they just pulled it, and now I could never play it again.
Damn.
If that was offered for $10, I would buy it.
Yeah.
Like,
and they didn't even give the option. Maybe they got shit for that. So they maybe
more people played Pocket Camp, so they cared a little more. But yeah, that's why I think I see that they did that. I might buy it just to support their idea of that, even though I didn't really play Pocket Camp. But I wish they would do that with Dr. Mario World. Hint, 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 hint.
Yeah, they definitely should. It'd be respectful to the people who are loyal to it.
And 2024, as I mentioned before, was Tetris's 40th anniversary. And also on January 3rd this year, a 13-year-old beat Tetris for the first time by reaching the kill screen. You know what kill screen is?
No, what is that?
Arcade games had, like, after you complete a certain amount of, like, rounds in certain arcade games, it would just, like, have a bunch of, like, zeros and ones on the screen, and it would like be all like glitched out because they didn't program the game to go past that because they didn't think anybody would be sweaty enough to go past it.
Whoa.
And you know, Pac-Man has its kill screen at like 200 and something, I think.
Damn,
something like that.
That many levels.
Yeah, that's how far you can go until you reach the kill screen. And beating the game, like, quote unquote, is like reaching that kill screen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
oh my god.
Tetris hasn't been done before until today. I mean, until this year. 40th anniversary. So that's cool. Cool happened on the same year.
Crazy. I know. Big moments for these guys.
And 2024 was the 30th anniversary for PlayStation. Which is crazy because this is also the year that I bought the PS5 and started playing PlayStation content or Sony content. Getting into Astro's Playroom on PS5 in January this year was crazy. So I bought the PS5 and that made me broke, right? So I had no games to play, right? Except for Fortnite. And Astro's Playroom came with the PS5.
Yeah.
So that's what I played, expecting it to be like, you know, an hour's worth of fun. But then I was like, what the fuck? This is like a whole good game.
Yeah.
Crazy. And I actually compared it back then to Mario Odyssey. And I was like, this might even be better than Mario Odyssey. And they came out with a sequel the same year. Crazy.
Same year. What are the chances?
Also played Tekken 8 on the PS5 this year.
Oh yeah, Tekken 8. I played Animal Well on the PS5. And was this it came Donkey's first game. It's a big 2024 thing for him.
Oh yeah, for his
first game
Big
he
Mode
produced.
Studios.
Big Mode.
I played some God of War on the PS2 and some God of War on the PS5. The original ones. I played some Animal Well on it, Black Ops 6, and Ape Escape later on this year. A lot of PlayStation love from me this year.
Yeah.
On their 30th anniversary. What the heck?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
It's all coming together.
And also, we're ending off the year of Shadow the Hedgehog. Because Sega originally this year said this is the year of Shadow.
Oh, yeah.
And we rolled with that. So
let's have a moment to appreciate the year of the Shadow.
Shadow, I'm glad you got a new game this year. And Shadow, I'm glad you got a new movie this year. Hopefully next year is the year of the Knuckles. Because I like Knuckles better than Shadow. There, I said it.
Oh, whoa.
Or actually,
You're gonna get
I take it back. The year of Big the Cat.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if it's not him, I know. I love Big the Cat. He's my favorite.
Okay, before...
He's my favorite.
We're almost an hour, or we're over an hour in.
Ooh. Woo.
Let's just say some things we're excited for in 2025.
Yes.
I'm excited for the Switch 2. I'm excited for Legends Za. I'm excited for Metroid Prime 4.
Ooh.
And
I forgot.
I'm excited for possibly GTA 6, unless it's delayed.
Oh, that would be cool. I kept hearing that, like, 2025.
It's planned for 2025, but it's a game that is likely to get delayed.
Yeah.
One reason or another. Which delays are good. If they need to delay it, delay it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm excited for it.
Also, Fable 4 might come out next year.
What?
So that would be a game for you.
Yes.
And Death Stranding 2 might come out next year, but I haven't even finished one.
I know. I want to play that one.
And a couple Switch remakes, like Donkey Kong Country Returns HD and Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I will play because I haven't played it, and I guess just like Xenoblade with guns.
Ooh. Sounds really fun.
Are you excited for any of that?
I'm excited for all of it. I forgot about that I was playing Metroid.
Oh yeah, you're playing Metroid Prime.
I need to get back into it. But yeah. Yee.
All right, no more nonsense. Let's get into the Game of the Year awards votes.
Oh,
starting with the hardware, because it makes me hard there. With 0 votes, we have the Apple Vision Pro. Yeah, who cares? Who cares about that?
Yup.
It's a VR thing, I'm sure. I don't even know. I just put it on there because that's not much came out this year in terms of that.
What's next?
I don't know. My thing's glitching out.
Oh. Well,
talk about the Apple Vision Pro.
I don't know what it is, and I don't care for Apple brand. But I know the 7-Eleven Slurpee Tetris.
Sorry. We'll get to that. With one vote, we have the PS5 Pro and the Atari 400 Mini. Who voted for the Atari 400 Mini? Because I know you didn't play that.
I sure did.
Did you vote for it?
No.
Oh.
Gotcha.
And the PS5 Pro, which I guess you're rich, whoever voted for that.
Boo.
With 3 votes, we have the Alarmo, which we talked about. That's cool.
Yeah.
It shouldn't even be on this list, to be honest with you, but I put it on there because nothing came out this year in terms of hardware.
Yeah.
But with 5 votes, and this is why I didn't want to, and our winner, 5 votes and our winner.
Ooh.
The 7-Eleven Tetris machine, which I know none of you have played that, but I voted for it as well. It just sounds
so funny. Like 7-Eleven coming out with hardware, like a gaming hardware.
Yeah, it's official. It's an official console.
That's awesome.
That's cool. And I tried so hard to win the sweepstake for it. And I have connections with 7-Eleven, and even my connections couldn't get me it. It's unfortunate.
I know.
But I did get 7-Eleven
so
merch, Tetris merch.
Nice.
Like a shirt
yeah.
and some stickers.
It's a good shirt.
They did a collab with Pac-Man a couple years ago, or maybe last year. And I got some of that stuff too.
Ooh.
Yep, I have connections to 7-Eleven.
Yep, we do.
Remakes with 0 votes. We have Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Luigi's Mansion 2, and Sonic X Shadow Generations. I expected those ones to not get any votes, but they were on there in honor of their...
Yeah. I haven't played those.
With 1 vote, we have Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Deserved. 1 vote.
No.
I mean...
Was it you?
No, that wasn't me. With 2 votes, we have Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater Delta, a game that didn't even end up releasing this year.
Well, listen, it's like...
You voted for it, didn't you?
Yeah. I might have changed it because I didn't know that. I thought it was just going to be a remake. And out of the other games that I also have not played, that one I feel like seemed most promising.
And I'm sure that's why most people voted for it.
Yeah.
I didn't play any remakes this year. So I voted for the one that I felt deserved it. And it wasn't Snake Eater. Even though I played Metal Gear Solid 3 last year. Great game. Amazing game.
Yeah. I like it.
And with 5 votes, we have Silent Hill 2.
Ooh, I think I changed my vote to that because it was actually a new game.
Yeah. Of all the remakes that came out this year, including Final Fantasy VII and Last of Us and all that, the only thing that could have beat Silent Hill 2 for me, even though I haven't played it, just the quality of like looking at it and stuff just made me want to vote for it. But had I had played Sonic X Generations and loved it, Sonic X Shadow Generations and loved it, that probably would have been my vote. But I didn't play it, so lucky Silent Hill 2 got my vote. But even if it didn't, it still would have won. So congratulations, Silent Hill 2. You
Congratulations. You deserved it.
And shout out to Hot Piss because he really wanted that to win.
It worked.
And now for our official Game of the Year votes.
Yeah.
Let's start with the disqualified mentions. Good Pizza, Great Pizza is a mobile game where you make pizzas. It's one of those games where you make pizzas for those crybaby like customers.
Oh yeah.
Those games are always fun and always great. So
yeah.
Good vote.
Okay.
They're actually, I think it's called Good Coffee, Great Coffee is going to be the remake, which I really wish would have released this year so that we could have had like an actual contestant and not disqualified.
Yeah.
But that's coming out next year. So speaking of things we're excited for, Good Coffee, Great Coffee. I think that's what it's called.
That sounds fun.
And Pokemon Showdown, if I had a ongoing games category, this would totally count for that. But I don't have that. So maybe next year. Good game though. We have 2 very special SethAtari affiliates who like to come to SethAtari HQ and play on my PC Pokemon Showdown. And the concept of Pokemon Showdown is a great idea, and Pokemon is stupid for not creating their own game like that, where you can like build your like a Pokemon Stadium style game, but you can build your team from like a pool of like of their Pokemon and like build their stats, like instead of doing all the dumb boring work in the game. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, those games are really fun too. I liked those games a lot.
And for people like me, they can add mini games because I'm very casual. And that was the word I said before, and I didn't cut it. All right. Now, after our disqualified votes, let's get to the 0 voters.
Ooh, yeah.
Ones who had 0 votes.
Which ones?
Pal World, rest in peace. Tekken 8, rest in peace. Helldivers 2, deserved. Dragon's Dogma 2, deserved. Stellar Blade, deserved.
No.
Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, that almost got a vote from you. You almost switched it to that.
Oh my gosh. Because I feel so emotionally connected to that game, and then Animal Well I feel like is just such a good like story, and it looks really pretty, and there's just a lot of features to it. I don't know what the hell the story is though, but everything else I love of it.
And her people and the history of her people and the
no. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm talking about Animal Well.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, Senua had a lot of story.
I felt so emotional to a game that I had no idea what it meant. Thank you for explaining that though to me so.
The Plucky Squire didn't get any votes.
Deserved.
Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, which it didn't get any votes.
It sucks because a lot of these games are good games, but it's just we should have had more voters. Echoes of Wisdom didn't get anything. Mario Party Jamboree and Mario and Luigi Brothership. Sorry, Nintendo, you didn't get any votes. Oh. Well, actually, yes, you did. Take that back. You got one. Now for the 1 votes. Oh. Which keep in mind that 1 vote is a lot for our network of people. Yeah. Only the people who cared enough did. Yep. And why do you keep pausing? I'm sorry. Princess Peach Showtime got 1 vote. Congratulations, Peach. You got a vote. Animal Well got 1 vote. That was you, huh? Yeah. They don't know. They just don't know yet. Squad Busters got a vote. I wonder who. That's crazy because a mobile game. Actually, 2 mobile games got votes this year. Squad Busters and the Elden Ring?
Elder Scrolls Castle.
Elder Scrolls
also got a vote. Yeah, Blue Lemon voted for Elder Scrolls Castles, which wasn't disqualified because it released this year. I know, that's so cool. I'm so stoked about that. Black Ops 6 also got a vote this year. Deserved a vote. I think I know who. And could have got more votes if other people would have voted. I'll just leave it at that. Tetris Forever also got a vote. And the person who voted for Tetris didn't play it. They told me that they didn't play it. And they told me that there was a game on here that they did play. And they didn't vote for that one. They voted for Tetris over it. Which I give a pass because you see Tetris, you know what it is. Yeah. And it is what it is. I played it. It's Tetris. Yeah. So, okay. You win. I guess. And now, we only had 1 game that received more than 1 vote. And that is our Game of the Year winner. And it sucks because it's the same as the other Game of the Year winner. It's Astrobot. Astrobot. I mean, it's a good game. I like it because it's not only, it's not just one of the games, but it's like, little tribute to all of their games. That's true. I appreciate that. So Astrobot may have won Game of the Year, but also all of those PlayStation games won Game of the Year too, because... Exactly. They're the reason that they even made the game. They helped build the game. Astrobot would not be as great as it is without those cameos. Yeah. Like, let's just admit that right now. It's a great platformer. That's the whole point. But, like, to have a great platformer, you need a great collectible. And to make the collectibles characters from other games, that's awesome. And that's also what I love about it. Yeah. You're not collecting, like, generic star replacements like Mario. You're rescuing. You're collecting these little robots that are cosplaying as Crash Bandicoot and Kratos.
And Chief and all the PlayStation characters.
Yeah, not Master Chief because that's not a PlayStation character, but yeah.
Chief. I said, oh my gosh. There's no fucking way.
And there's also like little other things like Spyro and like
Ape Escape.
And there's these like little levels that are like, I want to do an episode on it, so I'm not going to get into too much detail, but there are like Ape Escape levels and God of War levels, and it's just
I like
really
that you get to
game.
play. Yeah, I like that you get to play a little bit of like the way you would play in that game.
Yeah.
Like Ape Escape level, you're trying to like catch the monkey as you would in the Ape Escape game.
And
God of War level,
yeah. And we'll get into it more when we do that episode because it is planned for next year. It was planned for this year, but it'll end up being next year.
That's okay.
So
That's
yeah,
all right.
It's been way too long, almost an hour and a half. So we're going to end this episode off by saying Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I hope it's just as good as this year was. Just kidding. I hope it's better.
Yeah, it'll always be better. It will be.
And look forward to more SethAtari next year. I will not be doing what I did this year where I made the attempt to play every game because even though I wasn't able to do podcast episodes on every game, it
was stressful.
A lot of games this year.
It was stressful trying to get them all.
And it felt weird wanting to play a game that was old. There was a time where I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go play the games that I want to play. And I played Metroid Prime and Twilight Princess instead. And I just felt guilty because I was like, I should be playing Helldivers 2.
I know.
But I didn't want to play it.
I know. And that's kind of how I felt about the Echoes of Wisdom too. Because I like it, but I don't know. The gameplay is just not... how do I say it? It's just, I don't know, not as interesting, I guess.
Yeah. So we won't be doing that the same thing that we did this year next year. We'll be doing more...
we're going to be happy.
GTA 6, if it comes out, fuck yeah, we're playing that.
Yeah, just play what
Legends,
we want.
Pokemon Legends, we'll be playing that. Fable, perchance?
Yes!
Play that.
Oh my god, yes.
So yeah. And I needed to cut out the remakes this year so that I could play all the new releases. And that I missed out on Silent Hill 2, Sonic. So yeah, we're not doing the same thing.
It was stressful. It was too much cramped into our lives. We had life to do too, so it was just too hard to focus on
and then
this
to
big
squeeze
project.
in the story, the SethAtari story. Because by the way, I was trapped in the void and I'm free now.
How did you get free?
Well,
oh wait,
maybe that's a story for another day.
Oh,
but I am free. I will say this though: a little robot rescued me out of the void.
Can you cue the eyeballs blinking?
Ding ding
sound effect?
ding 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 ding.
And then the jaw drop sound effect.
Dong.
Dong. Yeah, the tongue rolls out. Little steps.
Okay. Wow. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for a great 2024. Go to Instagram, SethAtari Incorporated, and follow us.
Alyssa Flavored.
Go to Alyssa Flavored on Instagram and TikTok and follow that. Go to SethAtari on YouTube and subscribe. And that's it for now.
Yes. Thank
See
you guys.
See you in 2025.
So much for joining us in 2024 and the years before. We have a lot of amazing things to look forward to in the next year. And we hope that you guys stick around to...
And dick around.
Enjoy it with us. And dick around too.
Yep. See y'all in 2025.
Bye.
See you next year.